Okay, for those who's joining now, thank you for joining. We need some few more minutes to kick it going. So good morning, everybody. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, or afternoon or evening. Yes. So just give us a few minutes before we kick it off fully. Would you be kind to let's meet you online? Would you please come in the chat room and tell us who you are, what you do, your business? Yes, it's a business meeting, so that's fine. Would you be kind to do that? Thank you. And also start to invite one or two other persons into the room. Thank you. So please let's meet you. I'm Hannah Ibajo, and I lead the Red Room team. And 360 Impact is one of the things I love to do. We're doing today. So would you be kind to let's meet you in the chat room? Thank you. And those who joined us on the YouTube, thank you. It would be nice to meet you as well. Okay, all right.
This is not good for adults. So people around me, please see you. I Google it. Please, want to take. Friends are kind here. We don't have time to read, do anything. But if you're prepared to do such, you
would you please mute yourself? Ladies, please, let's meet you in the room. You are there in the room. Let's meet you. Would you please just introduce yourself? Thank you, Bumi Ojomo. Thank you. Other ladies, and thank you, Titi Adeleye. Yes, thank you. Yes, please tell us who you are, what you do quickly. You never know. Someone is going to just look through and say, I've been looking for an architect. Yes, and there you go. Yes, it's also a networking meeting. So please, can we do that? Just do that in back end. I mean, yes, we have more than 10 of us here, and let it keep rolling in. Please, ladies, let it keep going. Yes, and I'm sure you're hearing me. Thank you. Just last minute end of work, secretariat work. Just give me a few more minutes and then we'll be together. But while that's ongoing, yes, would you be kind to it's nice to know who you are, to meet you. Yes, let's meet you because you may just be the answer to somebody's question. We're ready. It's going to be a short meeting, but short, very impactful. It will be worthwhile. It will be worth your time and effort today. And if there are other women you want to bring into the room, please go ahead. Let's be our sisters keepers. Let's help one another. Very important. Very important. We might be too shocked how somebody somewhere needs to learn or hear something and just be encouraged again to keep it going. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Are we still there? Yes. 1 second. I'll be fully with you in a minute. Thank you for understanding all these things. We do. Yes, we do all these things. We do all these things. And we do these things graciously. We do them despite the pressures, that's what it is to be a woman. Oh, we are fantastic beings, aren't we? I wonder what it is like not being a woman. It's our thing. Yes, it's our thing. Never mind me blabbing. I think I should have been a DJ or something.
I think so.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. And if you have a child like me, a daughter like me, that's just this talking and chat. I remember those days. And we started, don't worry, we're just trying to warm up. We started, while I'm just trying to, do something at the back end quickly on social media, and then I come in so I'm not distracted. Thank you. So I remember while I was, in class, when they write the names of those who are noisemakers, as in noisemakers, yours sincerely, even when I'm not making noise, they will put my name somewhere there. If it's not number 1, it's number 5, it's somewhere there. So, but what can we do? What do we say to these things? If God be for us, or what shall we do? Okay, so there's a way life just sometimes pull you together, put certain things in you. Ooh, and it doesn't matter what you think about it, what you feel about it, it's just you. So people like me talking and talking and talking. And okay, I think I'm about being done. Thank you. Those who join us on YouTube, thank you very much. Okay, now my stories. Okay, so let me now come in the room and then look at you all. Yes, Coach Bimpe, thank you. It's not even look at the chat message. Yes, that's me. Oh, glad to be here. Doyi, thank you. Wound care consultant. My goodness. I'm hearing that for the first time. Wound care, but I think that means,
wound care.
Yeah, which means if you're wounded and you need some care, some therapy, some assistance, emotional, whatever, you are there. Thank you very much, Esther Ransomputi, my darling. Thank you, oh my goodness, all my people far and wide, take care, my pretty people. All right, so thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming in, and we know others are going to continue to join us. Right, so today we are discussing a very sweet subject matter. Thank you. Nkechi, my sweet sister. Okay, industry partner, God bless you. Okay, Coach Bimpe, that's my mentor somewhere there. All right, thank you all, and thank you all. Well, I guess Abike Wesey is in the room, and she's ready, and she'll be ready to kick us on because this is our meeting today. But while I thought about how to kick us off, please, if you're not speaking, would you be kind to mute yourself? Thank you. Yes. So I was thinking, and it don't me a few stories, quick stories in 2-3 minutes, and then I bring in Abike Wesey. Limiting beliefs. While we were in secondary school, while growing up, I had 2 friends. They were both boys, expectedly. I was climbing trees and doing those things. So, these are 2 boys, born of the same parents and all. And one of them says, I'm going to be a medical doctor. The other guy says, I'm going to be a bus driver in Lagos. 25, 30 years after, guess what? Exactly what happened. The younger who said, I'm going to be a medical doctor, not just another, a senior medical doctor by now, and all of that. The senior brother who said, I'm going to be a bus driver in Lagos, actually ended up being a bus driver. Yes, God helped him at some point. He moved from being a bus driver to a bus owner, or buses owner, or someone who owns buses, I guess, But the reality is, this was the choice they made. Now, what were the factors responsible for that? Were there some factors that really, really made them begin to say, okay, this is what I'm going to be, and that's what I'm going to be, Doyi, I also love you, thank you, So, I don't know, but these are some of the things you want to, kind of speak to, especially as women, gender capping. Gender capping is a situation where, as women, we think we cannot be something. We think we can't be that. And my late father knew this, I don't know, maybe from experience, because he had 1 child girl, the first child girl, second girl, third girl, fourth, and the 4th girl. And those days, if you haven't had a boy, you haven't had a child. But my father was very intentional, drumming it into our ears, especially me, the last girl. He keeps telling me, Hannah, you are more than a boy. You can do what any boy can do. And I remember, if you know me well, you know that my best outfits are trousers, because my father, I grew up in police barracks anyway, so you should know this things. Anyway, my father bought me socks, shorts, pants. When I'm going to play football with the guy, he didn't stop me. He needed to break something, that belief that if you're a woman, you can't do some things, and that was tremendously helpful to me, in career and everywhere, knowing that if you want it, there's nothing you cannot get. Talk about retirement ceiling. Do you know, for some of us who are over 50, You're sincere. Some of us are closer to 60 now, as it were. We are counting there. And my big sister, some are in the room here who are already 60 and above, my mentor and all of that. So what is that belief? Sometimes that when you retire, your life begins to go down. Or when you retire, your life starts. It starts. And if you know the story of Mary Kay, she started that business after retirement, over 50 years. And the next 10, 15 years of her life, she did what she couldn't do the first half of her life. Question, what is limiting you? If you think deep, you'll be shocked. If you really think about it, and I'm not going to take the sheep out of the sail of our speaking today, to knowing that there are beliefs that we hold intentionally, sometimes we hold those beliefs without even knowing we are harboring them. And to further introduce you to 360 Impact Hub, I really want to speak around finance, around family, around faith. And that's because if there's any question people ever ask me in life is, Hannah, how are you able to straddle all the things you do? At some point, I thought I had a problem. I had to seek answer. And I was told I don't have a problem. I knew I didn't have a problem. But how are you able to do many things? Do you pass in them all? Are you excellent across them all? No. Do you have your pain points? Yes. Do you have your tears? Yes. Do you have your worries and anxieties? Yes. But are you able to touch them across? Yes. Question, what are those limiting beliefs that can stop a woman? And I quickly say that if you take the life of a woman, of anybody, but especially women, you find that your value and your belief system is at the core of you. That's my understanding. Outside of that will be your mind, your emotion, your reasoning, your rationality, your thinking, your logic and all right? And outside of that is your body, your physical that we see. And whatever impacts any aspect of your life impacts the woman, especially. Anything that touches your family, that touches finance, that touches your faith, touches you. Do I have a witness? If I have a witness, please come in the chat room or let me know I'm not blabbing and say yes, yes, yes. Please come and do that. Yeah, I'm waiting. Do I have a witness that what hits one part of you, hits all other parts of you? As a woman, especially as a woman, the way we are configured, everything is together, which is why sex will be a job when your husband is misbehaving. Whereas when everything is fine, the whole part of you goes here. Thank you. Yes, yes. When finance is not there, you just find yourself grumpy. Like yesterday, I realized, my account was very low. So I looked at my husband like, Bobo, send some money. That happens, okay? And he was a good guy. He knew, he sent some money. Do you understand? So, or sometimes there's a challenge with your child or with your health or with someone. These things, we are all moved, it's all together. But the question is, even at work, career, remember we're talking career, business, a lot more here. What happens at work? Little things impact you. But what are those blockages you put in place? So today, I'm going to quickly, break up someone who I've known her for over 25 years. I knew her as a career person and also, as a faith person, and today we're discussing how to dissolve those limiting beliefs for greatness. I don't have time some other day to take you around the story of my life, how those limitations were all there. But by God's grace, we broke those limitations and we're still breaking them, God helping us, and we're still going. Okay. So Abike Wesey, I've known her, like I said, long while, bubbly, beautiful, lovely, heart, wonderful spirit, and she's a very pragmatic person, which is why she's like me. We are like that. We say it as it is. So we're going to really, really learn. She's a life and career coach, and she's a senior executive. She has got 20 years of HR management, and she currently leads human capital management for Heritage Bank in Nigeria. She's been in different offices and different roles, especially within human capital development and all of that. And HR, she's a very adept practitioner. She's worked across all of this, be it telco, be it pharmaceutical, aviation, which is government, a bit of private sector, banking, financial, and all of that. Let's give warm welcome to Abike Wesey. Thank you. Would you please be kind? Welcome her with me. Welcome her with me. Yes, welcome Abike. Let me now try and get Abike into an lash. There is Abike Wesey. Abix, are you there? Today is a wonderful day for Abike. You'll be shocked what is happening. So in case you wait a little for Abike, please, so be it. Thank you for welcoming her. Yes. And if she delays a bit, then I will continue because you know how these things go. I don't want to say too much. While you are trying to do, a big baby. So let me spotlight you, baby. Let me spotlight you. There you're looking cute, baby. What did
Thank you.
you're looking like under 12. Kiss a joke. She's a mother of many children. What are you saying? All right. Thank you, Abike. Thank you and welcome.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, please. You are a co-host.
Just a minute.
All right. Isn't she beautiful? She is. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for welcoming Abike. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Good morning once again. What a privilege to be alive. So this morning we'll be discussing how to dissolve limiting beliefs for greatness. Try to describe what it is and how we found ourselves in all these beliefs that limit us from achieving our full potential in life. So let me dive in right away. This is a table of contents. In the next 30 minutes thereabout, we'll be looking at this. And we can actually maximize the benefits by being real, but not denying the obvious. So the background says we're all born great, but I'm sure you know that most people don't achieve greatness in life. 2022, greatness is calling us, but greatness can call and some things can actually limit us from being great. We have hurdles to cross. Life is full of challenges. Some hurdles actually reside inside us. They are subconscious and they hinder us and make it impossible for us to be able to meet our life aspirations. Each of us, whether black, white, yellow, or green, we harbor various sets of limiting beliefs, which leads to fear and insecurity. So how do I achieve the greatness that is destined for me, despite all the limiting beliefs? Okay, I don't know how many of us actually have 2022 goals. Some of us don't even believe in setting goals. While it's not, setting goals is critical. So if you don't set goals, that means you go with the flow. You are like a stream. Wherever the stream of life moves you to, that's where you go. Anything can happen to you. If you don't have goals, you'll be distracted. It's very easy once you don't have goals, you'll be distracted. You can lose focus easily. Because like they said, if you don't know where you are going, you won't even know when you get there. So setting goals is important. If you haven't set goals this year, it's not too late for you to set goals. What do you want to see? What do you want to achieve in year 2022? So that it will not just go like the other years. I try to describe a goal. I said it's something you want to achieve. It can be small, it can be big, it can be audacious. Then you now have to make plans, so that specific plan. What do I need to do to be able to achieve those goals? There are various goals. If you are into career like me, or you have business, you have goals. What do I want to achieve in the next 1 year of this career, of this business? You can set spiritual goals. I want to get close to God. What do I need to do to be able to get close to God? Relationship goals with my husband, with my children, with my neighbors, with my colleagues. What do I need to do more? Then finance goals is critical because most times we don't really know where our money goes. If you look back at all the years you have worked and all the money that has passed through your hands, I'm sure you will ask questions. where did all the money go? And health goals. Once you are over 40, it's time to set health goals. So you as a parent can set goals. This, at the beginning of this year, we actually asked our children to set goals, and I gave them templates. What do you want to achieve? They set goals. I want to learn driving. I'll do summer work. I will go to gym. I will eat healthy. So we allowed everybody document those goals, because most times they say whatever is not documented did not happen. So you don't have to get a paper or pen. Like I have my goals on my iPhone. As I listed out all the things God did last year, I was setting goals for this year. And I can go back from time to time to check whether I'm working in line with my goals. However, even when we set all goals, we are hampered from achieving those goals by limiting beliefs, which is why we are discussing limiting beliefs today. What are these things that will hinder me as a person, despite my determination and focus from achieving all my goals?
Who was harassing you?
Hey, God, you are all those ones, you are not
So here I try to describe what those limiting beliefs are so that we're on the same page. It's a belief that can hold us back or limit us somehow in life. And typically, those templates are formed at the age of 10. I don't know how old you are today. I'll be 55. So that means those limiting beliefs were formed in me 45 years ago. The stronger the belief, the more evidence I look for to confirm what those beliefs are. I won't be looking for the evidence, I won't, not intentionally, but because that has shaped my mindset. Most times, these limiting beliefs are unconscious. They are hidden. They are hidden below the surface and very difficult to identify. And even if somebody points me to those beliefs, I will argue, say, no, that's not me. That's not the right thing, because it's very subtle, but it drives my behavior. It drives my choices in life. It's very powerful. It determines the totality of the kind of person I become in life. Those beliefs most times are invisible, but they control everything. They control my mind. They control the kind of parent I am. They control the kind of a leader I am wherever I find myself. They control the kind of a church member or a neighbor I am. So it's all about me. And actually, they curtail, they hinder our results in critical areas in life. Those beliefs walk deep down in our psyche and behave like invisible forces. It hinders us from putting forward our best. So I'm still trying to describe what those beliefs are. Limiting beliefs, sometimes we get it from various things. We're going to go to origin so that we know how we actually got some of all these beliefs. A typical example is if a child fails math in school. The child may fail initially, then after some time, it goes into the child's subconscious mind that I don't know math. And when this child sees math teacher, say, oh, not again. And that failure becomes a reality. That's where it starts. Recently, my niece had problem with math, and she was going to SS3. So I discussed with my sister, let's get a math teacher. And for the first 1 month, the math teacher wasn't teaching her math. And my sister said, no, start teaching immediately. This girl needs to pass WAEC. And the teacher said, no, I need to work on her psyche. She's afraid. That's why she passed every other subject excluding math. So I need to be talking to her about, when you know math, what you can do in life, and how So the teacher used the first 4 weeks changing that girl's limiting belief about math to be able to remove that mindset of failure from the way. As I speak with you today, after teaching her for about 4 months, that girl is already teaching her classmates math. And that's the power of these limiting beliefs. They are hidden. They originate from our experiences. And subconsciously, we internalize the fear, the insecurity surrounding those beliefs. It's difficult to identify, but if you don't resolve them, it inhibits our progress, and fulfilling aspirations, achieving potentials will be very difficult. So limiting beliefs have the power to limit us. And if we are not intentional and deliberate to be able to remove them from the way it hinders us. A typical example is maybe you acted play while in secondary school and you were nervous and you were embarrassed. That can affect you in life whenever you face an audience, because you remember that experience or the impact of that experience, and immediately you start, becoming timid and you don't want to face an audience. You didn't plan to do that, but a negative experience has actually moved into your subconscious mind and affects you. And if you don't work at it, it can continue to hinder. You just say, I don't like facing crowd. And that's how you just round it up. I don't like facing crowd. You won't see it as a limiting belief that has shaped your mindset negatively. Adam IQ Matrix says, the belief that got you to where you are today won't get you to where you want to be tomorrow. So our beliefs must change with the times. And before it can change, we must be deliberate and we must be intentional to change those beliefs. Matthew Ashimolowo said, once your mind is set, your future is set. So you imagine, I didn't set my mind deliberately, but however, somehow my mind is set. So if we set on negative things and the future is set, how can the future be positive? That is actually what hinders most people. You have wonderful plans and about your future, but you can't just, it will be difficult for your hand to be able to touch those things. I like to give a typical example of myself. I grew up at Ibadan in my uncle's house. That was where I was born, and that was where I got married. We were staying in a boys' quarter. Staying in a boys' quarter is limiting. That means you are at the back seat of life. Staying in a boys' quarter means you are like a second fiddle, which means myself and my siblings, nobody actually expected us to really become anything in life. So you have to be deliberate. Now I'm moving to my childhood, because as I was preparing this presentation, I started checking myself so that I can use myself to drive this point home. Most limiting beliefs are developed in our childhood, and it shapes us to be what we are today. Our family, most times the way we were parented is the way we parent our own children, except you make deliberate attempts and efforts to change your parenting style. It's not because of your fault, but it's just because it's difficult to free yourself from your childhood or your background. And when you see a woman who was sexually abused, it affects the life, the person's life completely, except there is intervention that can help the person. If you see someone who was jilted early in life, you say, oh, don't mind them. That's how men are. They are not to be trusted. If you see someone who had rough background, it affects the way we live our life, despite the fact that all these things happened over 40, 50 years ago. Education too, our teachers, primary, secondary, professors in university, our families, our friends, our peers, when we are growing up, we're learning, we're absorbing new information, new ideas, both positive and negative. And that's actually what determines the kind of person we are today. If you go to a public school, it will affect your life. If you went to a private school, it will affect your life, you know? So all these things have impact. And as I was just revising today, I look back, the school our children attended, they attended those primary school and secondary school because of my husband, who wanted our children to be better than us. My own limiting belief didn't want those highbrow school because I felt, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, we cannot afford it. But he said, no. That's where I want the children to attend. So initially I said, you'll be paying the school fees alone because it's too high. But because his background was completely different from mine, and I thank God today that I allowed him to have his way, because those schools actually, you know, have affected the lives of our children. So education, the teacher, your family, what they say about you, how closely knitted the family are, your friends, your peers, everything affects you. Life experiences, especially negative ones. You just draw conclusions without planning it from all those experiences. And you create a defense mechanism. So a typical example is if you have experienced failure severally, you don't even believe again that there is favor. Just tell yourself, no. Everything. Do you know how many businesses I have done? I don't know how to do business, so it will just fail. Just because of your life experiences. It's very, very, you can never rise above all these beliefs. You can't. It's difficult. So we're a victim of our mental construct. Whatever you've gone through, associations can easily derail destiny. You are an average of your friends. Friendship is powerful. If you want to be wealthy in life, you must move with wealthy people. If you are women who like Ashwebi most times, a lot of women, the money they are supposed to use to do blogs, they have used it to buy Ashwebi, just because of the kind of friends you move with. So you cannot change number 1 and 2. You can't change your childhood or your background. You can't change your education, but you can change your life experiences and your association. You can remove yourself from all those negative mindsets or beliefs and say, no, that's not the kind of life I want to live. So these are the origins of all those beliefs. And you know what it does, just like this picture, it cages us. It puts us in the cage and bondage of life. And you see people progressing, doing well, and you just smile and say, well, I can't do that. So these limiting beliefs are very, very powerful. How limiting beliefs hold you back? It's terrible. It forms part of your identity. It blinds our eyes completely from opportunity and hinder us from taking chances. Magnifies negativity and rejection. It's terrible. The biggest challenge is that you can't even spot it. And it's difficult to overcome because it has become part of you. I'll give an example today on this, how it can hold us back. Some years ago, I found myself in an organization, and whenever we talk, my colleagues would say, Madam, I was a GM. Is it true that you are a tenant? I say, we are tenants. So they say, no. So one guy came and said, I'm an assistant manager. I'm already living in my own house. You should not be tenants. I said, wow. So it became shameful for me to say we are tenants. So I spoke to my husband and I said, let's go and start looking for house outskirts of Lagos, you know. He said, no, I'm not following you to anywhere outside Lagos. So I said, why? You won't believe it, ladies. He said, the first thing he said is, I don't get money. You get? I said, I get so. Now me get money, but my limiting belief kept limiting me. So he now told me, I can only stay in a few areas on this mainland. Omole phase 1, Omole phase 2, Magodo phase 1, Magodo phase 2, Maryland. You know, I got angry. I said, what's wrong with him? Very proud and arrogant. How can you tell me you want to go and stay in all these highbrow areas where rich people are staying. I was the one that had money, but those limiting beliefs hindered me from seeing. So he now said, if you go and buy land outside any of these places, not only you go, I no go follow you.
That's it.
So in the spirit of wanting to keep marriage together, I reluctantly obeyed. You know, in the last 10, 11 years, we've been staying in Omani phase 2 among the rich people. Not because of me, but because of what he said. I just said, okay, let me call agents. I started calling agents. And they said, madam, you can't get to, you know, I was using my mindset of Mowe 10 years ago. They said, no, you can't get land for that amount. And because what is too big for your mouth to say will be too big for your hands to handle.
Come on.
I found myself going with agents in those areas, and we got a house miraculously. And the owner of the house said, any amount you guys have, go and bring it. Then the paying the remaining small. That's how we went to check the house on Friday, and we passed to the house on Sunday. So limiting belief, if not for the kind of man I married, believe you me, we will not live there. In fact, I will be passing there and be saying, oh, those are the rich people in Lagos, because of my background. Another one I remember today, some years ago, our firstborn came and said he wants to study abroad. And I said, we are not rich. Where are we going to get the money? And this boy said he doesn't want to be a local actor. Started going online, checking. He said, mommy, I've seen one school. I said, this boy wants to put us in trouble. Then one day he said, can I use your ATM card? I said, for what? Okay, so a school in UK. I said, UK, no, exchange rate is too high. We can't go there. He said, okay, what about US? I said, it's too high. He said, what about Canada? I said, this boy wants to kill us. So reluctantly, he said, mommy, I've seen a school, but they are asking for application fee. Can I use your ATM? So application fee then was like maybe $60. So he applied, and so I just got home from work. He said they've already sent admission letter. I said, for what? Just like that. What we didn't see, that was done. And by the time we spoke with the younger ones, they said wherever he goes for schooling, that's where they want to go. As I speak with you today, our first 2 boys will be graduating this year. Wow. God used them to remove us. Then I said, we don't know anybody there. And they said, mommy, let's go now. God will provide. That was how we went to. Wow. So limiting belief. If not that God used that, my husband, and used those children, I really don't know. Because my background has already limited me. And let me tell you a little about myself. I have enjoyed God's grace concerning my career. It's been from one good job to another. Do I want to count the number of official cars? At least I have about 5 that I was the one that removed rubber, chassis from them, but despite that. So this limiting belief hinders us from seeing what is possible. Even if we are in the midst of wealth, in the midst of wealth. And in those days when I used to work in organizations where you fly business class, when I see myself inside business class, I say, I'll be asking, I'll say, Abike, what are you doing here? What are you doing among the high and the mighty? What are you doing among the rich? One day I was going for a course in Singapore. Myself and late Sunday Adeniyi were the only 2 blacks in that aircraft. We boarded from UK to Singapore. I said, Jesus, look at me. Limiting belief is terrible. I said, okay, Sunday Adeniyi then was MD. Abike, so who are you that you are even, entering the same flight? I guess he went to first class, I was in business class. But when I look at myself, surrounded by white, I say, hey, Jesus, you are going to help me. So limiting belief is terrible. are the evidences of all these limiting beliefs? You see lack of passion, because it kills passion. You won't be able to plan anything. You won't be motivated. You continue to procrastinate. What is actually at the background is all those limiting beliefs. I don't have time. I have too many responsibilities. I don't have resources. And that's exactly what limiting beliefs does to us. We can never rise above our mindset or our beliefs. Limiting beliefs, because if you see anybody that is from a polygamous home, you see anger, envy, jealousy, clamor, because that's what they grew up with. So when they stay in a place where there is peace, they are asking, as if something is missing, So the kind of background you came from will actually affect your life. Even if you carry Bible and you sleep with Bible, with all the anointing, except you deliberately and intentionally work on all those beliefs. So those are some of the evidences, because you won't have passion for anything. I cannot do it, so I don't even have what it takes. I'm sure by now, some of us must be relating to some of these limiting beliefs, no matter how hidden they are. So I have some examples here. I am not worthy to be loved. My husband used to tell me when we got married 25 years ago, that if you see love, I'm not sure you know it too. Because every time I would say, you don't even love me, Jerry. So you don't even know love when you see, despite all what I have done. Not because I don't want to appreciate it, but because of my background. Some people say I'm not smart, so I'm not pretty. I'm not talented enough. I can never even do any business. I don't have flair for that, or I don't have enough time. Let me avoid failure at all costs. So you'll be doing everything. Meanwhile, you have not dealt with all those hidden mindsets. They say we should not question authority. Let's just keep quiet. I'm too old to go back to school. I cannot study anything again. No one will want to date me again because I'm separated or I'm divorced. So let me just be mama party and continue life like that. Or it's too late to adopt a healthier lifestyle. It's too late. I have given up. All romantic relationship ends in heartbreak. So don't deceive yourself. There are no good men. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty. Oh, I'm not slim enough. I'm not pretty. I'm too old. Or I'm too young. I'm not smart. I'm not smart. I don't have enough. No, I don't have enough time. I don't have money. Have you ever seen anybody that says I have money? No one will listen to me. No one will care about what I want to say. I can't really be myself. They will judge me. I can't ask for what I want because they will just reject it. So there's no point. I'm sure we can relate with some of these things. Another one about career office, economy is bad. Tell me which country economy is not bad. People who run abroad, the first thing that would normally wake them to reality is it's harder to make money abroad than to make it in Nigeria. They go through hell, but they won't tell us what they go through. You go and buy food stuff there in Canada, buy food stuff for 2-3 people. You are spending $500. Can you ever use 150,000 to buy food stuff in Nigeria? So the economy is bad and it's worse outside. That's why some of them, when they make money abroad, they come and save it here, where they can get, because the interest rate there is 0.0 something. Here, you still get a finance house that will give you 7%, 8%. I don't have enough credentials, so I've seen people, they've done 4 masters. What are you looking for? The first one you have done, what have you used it to do? I don't have enough experience, so 1 year experience is enough. I'm not good at sales. I can't market anything. I don't even like numbers. You don't like numbers. How are you going to count money? I can't make money doing what I love. People are posting home doing what they love. I don't deserve to be successful or have everything I want. I don't know where I came from in life. It's too late to pursue my dream. I'm already 55, Joe. It's too late. I don't need to be successful, so I'm not going to strive for success. Let me just live one day at a time. I've tried everything, it has failed. Let me not bother myself. You have to work too hard. You don't have to work too hard. You just need to work smart. Rich people are greedy. Don't mind them. Once you continue to say that, you will not be able to join them because you won't want to join greedy people. My family never have enough money. Money is always costing fight. It doesn't have to cost fight now. I'm not good with money. When it enters my hand like this, it just goes. I'm always broke. I will never make enough money. Salary, I will never make enough money. And people are buying land, building houses from the same salary. One thing I tell myself as a woman is, in organizations, salary is not gender sensitive. So the same money they pay to me, they pay to a man with wife and 5 children. So I must be able to do whatever any man can do in life. But women, you say, no, I don't have money. That one's my husband that will do it. So what this has actually done for me is it has helped me, to be able to reshape my life. I have tried to remove myself from all this negativity of I cannot or I will not, or no. And my husband knows one thing. Once I set my focus on something, I won't stop until I get it. And because I have freed myself from all those negative backgrounds, my parents may be illiterate. That's history. And I tell my children, you have a higher pedestal, so you must be better than us. Because whatever you believe, you transfer it automatically to your children. What they hear from you, they start saying it. So, but we can actually overcome all this. We can. But the first thing, acknowledge those negative patterns, those negative behaviors. First thing, one day my daughter asked me, I have a daughter and 2 boys. So we have boys time and we have girls time. So when we do girls time, me and her will be on the bed, climbing on each other, gisting. So one day she said, Mommy, is this the way you were close to your mother? I said, okay, you want to hear a story? My mother and I are never close. But I made up my mind that if God gives me a daughter, she's going to be my friend. And we talk about everything. In fact, sometimes my husband feels threatened. I say, you this woman, you feel tell somebody because we're always talking. So you need to acknowledge it. If you don't acknowledge it, it will be difficult to overcome it. Whatever it is, you need to acknowledge it. Then what instilled those beliefs in you? I started my story from my voice, for the voice quarter of life, backseat of life, which has affected me and shaped the way I see things. So what instilled those beliefs in you? Then you have to pick it one by one. I've spoken about parenting. I've spoken about being wealthy. I've spoken about limiting myself, various things. So you can't handle everything once. So which one do I want to focus on? Do I want to focus on relationship? Relationship with husband, relationship at work, relationship with my friends. You have to pick it then. What do I want to address on this topic? You write it down. Whatever is not documented did not happen. Then your environment now. Sometimes we have negativity. You have to free yourself. There's nothing like we grew up together. No. You must edit your relationship. If your environment, people you surround yourself with, is not helping you, you have to remove yourself. Friendship, they say, is by choice, it's not by force. So if where I want to get to in life, you are not helping me to get there, I wish you well, but please stay. Then determine your new positive beliefs. What are the things I really want to base my life on now? You will have to determine these things. You will do it by yourself. Nobody will do it for you. No pastor or imam can do all this for you, or no husband can do it for the wife. So you must be deliberate and build a positive mental capacity. You have to learn, unlearn whatever you don't want to remove, relearn the new things, and stretch yourself. To achieve your life aspirations, you must stretch yourself. Stretching, part of it is reading, educating, sleeping less. What do I consume? Then build your own future vision. Where do I want to see myself in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years? What do I want to achieve? Then anything you really want to do, continue to recite it so that you are reprogramming your mind. You are reprogramming your mind and reprogramming your life. Those are the various steps that you can use to actually overcome all those limiting beliefs. And if you're able to do this, you won't even believe at the end of the day. So these are some of the steps to greatness. You are the editor of your own life story. You are not an onlooker. You are in control, especially because you have realized that really these limiting beliefs are real. So for you to go to greatness, you edit those stories that you don't like. Then find the point where your story diverges from reality. My reality is God has been faithful. But my story, no. I background, thank God, but I need to remove myself from those stories. Then change whatever you don't like. You have power to change it. Consent for renewal of mind. Anything your mind can conceive, you can achieve it. It will just be a matter of time. Consent for transformation. Whatever does not help you in your transformational journey, remove it from your way. Negativity, tear them down. And build that positive mental capacity. All those old stories, please leave them behind. I've left mine behind a long time ago. One day, in one of the organizations where I work, I met and I was head of training, and she met me after one of the sessions. Said, Abike, what happened to you? That as I was looking at you, I said, is it not the same girl? I said, Auntie, a lot has happened, because she was looking at the small girl that she used to take to public school. She was in modern school, and I was in primary secondary school, so we used to go together. I say a lot has happened, and really, when you know God is your competitive advantage. Most times we don't use God. You're going for interview, you keep him at home. No, what will make them to select me among the candidates? It's him now. So anywhere I'm going, I must go with him. Just command all of them on that panel. I will only say the things you want to hear. So when they say you are the one selected, you can never hear me say I'm surprised. No, I'm never surprised. Because I will have commanded what people use, whatever they have, to get what they want. And if I have God, I must use him. It's my advantage in life. So we're actually coming towards the end of this session. Next step. We have a limiting belief worksheet, which is for you, but you must be truthful. You're not showing it to anybody. Be truthful. What are those beliefs, negative beliefs that have affected my life? Document it. What actions do I need to take to move forward? Affirmations. Don't rush yourself. It's gradual. We actually imbibe these limiting beliefs gradually, and we can also change it gradually. And don't be too hard on yourself to say, oh no, I failed. No. If you fail, rise up again. It's time to rise up. If you try anything and it doesn't work, move on. Then keep building positive mental capacity. Once you have your mindset has been reset, your life will automatically fall in shape. Invest in quality positive relationships. That's very important too. If you want to know how your future will be, check your friends today. They are the ones that will determine how your life will be tomorrow. Any negative picture that takes you back, remove it. Remove it completely. Then create a peaceful atmosphere for yourself, because it helps creativity. It's not time to quarrel this, fight with that. No. You won't be able to, those are distractions. You won't be able to achieve much. Take life easy. Being quarrelsome is stressful. If you want to focus, there's no need to, you need a peaceful atmosphere. And don't forget to evaluate yourself from time to time. If I have things I want to achieve in quarter one, at the end of quarter one, where am I? What are the things I need to carry over to quarter two if I haven't achieved them? And I'm closing with Brian Tracy. He said, you begin to fly when you let go of self-limiting beliefs. and allow your mind and aspirations to rise to greater heights. Without letting go of them, it's difficult to fly. And when you remove them, you will be transformed. Your self-confidence will grow. You become more resilient, stronger, and fulfilled. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Whoa. Wow, thank you so much, Abike. Oh, thank you. Will you give it up, ladies? Let's give it all up. Okay, you want to exit the slideshow? Let me try and exit it so I can. I want to see that. I want to see your smile very well. Now, oh dear. Okay, am I seeing your view? Are we seeing the? Okay, yes, there she goes. Well, my goodness, you see, we're all jumping and we're celebrating, see all our hands are clapping. Oh, in fact, a few people, as we were talking and sharing, they were saying, this is for me, this is for me, this is
thank you.
This is just for me, this is just for me. It's very inspiring. That's Coach Pinkwe, who is also another fantastic coach, saying, look, women, we need this kind of conversation to just, help and encourage us, because women go through a lot, we carry a lot. You don't know, the difference between us and our male counterparts is like here and there. It's so wide, because whereas we are grumpy, we are carrying it on. They have a way of managing. I don't understand. I truly don't. Then there are ways they will just, I think they can compartmentalize their lives and say, this one, share money, now money no day. Okay, fine. At least my wife is there. Let's do love. Money is not there, but money will come later. They keep going. But for a woman, it's not like that. So you see us carry a lot. We need this kind of encouragement to prod us and to let us know, my dear sister, lady there, you are not at your best. That's this communication. What Abike has told us today, and the way somebody, Coach Pinkwe, said to you, Abike, your name said is your prophecy, that you were born to dead, And my mother-in-law used to call me Abike, my late mother-in-law. She gave me. Okay, you see, so wow, give me a round of ladies. Nobody question, and only me ask question. That means that our sister has done a fantastic job. Thank you so much. A bit, baby, you forever. Thank you. I don't even. Coach Pinkwe, you're here. Coach Pinkwe is joining us from the US. She's a big sister and a mentor to me, also a coach. Fantastic auntie. Pinkwe, you're in the house, please. Please, could you please help us say thank you to Abike? Now, next month, we're going to have a Dr. Akinola with us, and we're going to be speaking to mental health, women and mental health. All of these things we carry, how big people be jumping everywhere, things to do, how to, especially whether there's no finance or husband is harassing, especially children, whatever it is, we're going through. She's going to be speaking to us 1 hour with her. So please don't miss out. It's every month. This webinar is every month. It's women only. Invite other women. Thank you. Coach Pinkwe, you're still in the house. Are you? Sis B, are you still there? Okay, I know I didn't tell you this. I hope. Okay. All right. I'm not hearing from Coach Pinkwe. She was chatting earlier. I hope she's not at work. Sometimes, America, she may be at work and she's listening. We get it. Thank you. All right, let me call. Who else is there? Oh, okay. Coach Pinkwe was muted. Oh, you are muted. Okay, she says she doesn't have permission. Okay. Coach B, all right. I'm giving you permission to unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Eshema. Thank you. Yes. Please.
I thoroughly enjoyed this session. Right now it's after 6, so you don't want to see my face really.
Oh my God, it's fine.
This is the kind of talk I enjoy to have, because from the way she spoke from personal knowledge. And when you speak from personal knowledge, you speak with passion, you speak with conviction. You are not just theorizing, you are not reading from books. And so a lot of people could relate with what Abike said. And incidentally, when I typed that, even your name connotes that you are supposed to be Pam, do you know that I also bear Abike? And it's just a reminder. I mean, there are quite a number of things she said that are relatable. that I don't, like she said, your husband said to you, oh, you don't even recognize when you are being loved. Oh my goodness. Have I heard that before? Oh my God. Thank you so much. That was very, very inspiring, very relatable, very practical. And I know that a lot of women have been they have been delivered. You have conducted deliverance. Talking about deliverance, sorry, I have a tendency to talk so much, not as much as Hannah do. The fact is, a lot of us pray, we fast, we go to church, especially we women. But these are things we do not pay attention to. These are things churches, unfortunately, I'm a pastor also, we do not talk about. And some things go beyond prayer and fasting. In addition to that, we need to hear messages, talks like this, that will open up your mind and, really put you on the path that you need to tread. In addition, and then God will become even more real to you. So having said all of that, I just want to say thank you so much, Abike. And the Lord will continue to honor you, will continue to bless you. The least where you are right now will be the least you will ever be, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Auntie B. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. I mean, your names are so numerous. I came to the gallery view. Yeah, so we can just have an idea who and who is in the house. I can see some people from Europe. Yes, I see some people from London in Luoba. God bless you all. Those from America, from the US, I don't know if anybody from Canada. I don't know if SA is South Africa also. Thank you very much. And those who joined us, especially those joining us on YouTube, thank you very much for joining. Thank you so much. We do this every month. We should network, we should meet ourselves, we should help ourselves. If you have any issue, reach out to me, reach out to anybody you're meeting here. We are here to help one another. We are here. This is why God created us. We are there to help another to build ourselves up. On behalf of 360-degree Impact, I want to say thank you, Abike. Thank you, everybody. And please, the video is there on YouTube. Would be kind. Abike doesn't mind. Yes, we don't mind. We are women. Yes. So please share it to a few other women who this is their deliverance. You just hear these testimonies of how you can manage that bubble, who you think is holding you, pressing you down, doesn't want you to go. How you can manage and you get to the top. Thank you, everyone. And let's have a good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening. Thank you, and bye-bye.